This is Nicole Conte, new homeschool teacher here, talking with our superintendent of Alabaster City Schools, Dr. Wayne Vickers. Dr. Vickers, I feel like you're kind of my boss now. I mean, I'm here at homeschool headquarters.
Well, we are so glad that you have such a positive attitude, because I think we all need that. We're in uncharted waters, and unprecedented as far as the way we're ending this school year. But I want you to know that we are so proud of our parents and the feedback that we've received and the information that we received from them about what we're trying to do. And this is one big warrior family, and I think that's how we have to approach this together. And you all are doing things that you've not had to do probably before, and we're doing things that we've not had to do before. But we're going to all be better for it, and we're going to be stronger for it, and we're going to be warrior strong moving forward, and hopefully we'll get things back to normal soon.
Yes, you're right. It's totally crazy, and it feels so unnatural at times, but it's teaching us a lot. It's stretching us. It's growing us all, not only as parents here at home, but our teachers have been incredible. So speaking of that, let's talk about what Alabaster City Schools is doing as far as the e-learning process. How is that going so far this first week?
Well, as you know, we started back with our e-learning platform. We started back Monday. We mailed out packets for this week, which was through the 10th, this Friday. And what we did is we brought in, when we had the opportunity, the state superintendent kind of had a meeting, virtual meeting with all superintendents in the state. And I ended up bringing my entire leadership team in, and our school leadership teams in, as far as our leaders from the school, which was mainly principals and some assistant principals. And we spent 2 or 3 days really brainstorming about what to do within the parameters that the state gave us. And the main focus of what we wanted to do was continue the learning process for all of our students. We did an audit of the standards that are required by the state, and we had already covered just about 100% of them, because remember, we were about to go into testing mode. So we usually have all of those standards covered prior to testing. So we were really in a great spot as far as our school district. And then we started talking about how we wanted to make sure that our students participated and learned. And one of the things that we did a little different than most is that our K-3 students, our 2 K-3 schools, Creekview and Meadowview, felt very strongly about providing written packets and written information. So we came up with a plan that we would do an e-learning model except for K-3. They are using packets that are mailed. And what we're doing is that the teachers will send an email, and they'll connect either with Remind or Google Classroom about the directives for the week or the next 2 weeks coming up. And we'll go over those things, for the parents. Here's what I'd like for you to do. Here are the things we want them to do. And then what we're hoping is that we'll be able to assess and keep learning going. The worst thing that could happen for us is to lose this unbelievable momentum that we've had as a school district. This year has been just wonderful. And that was one thing that we wanted to do. We're not necessarily worried about grading every document and every piece, but we are wanting to assess those standards and keep those in front of our parents and our students so that their learning will continue. And, that's something that we believe our parents, who have been wonderful partners for us for the past 7 years, have just really jumped on board, and I'm so pleased. But our teachers, I'm just so amazed at the packets and the things that they've come up with, the Google Classroom, the emails, the Remind information that I've been shared just as superintendent with people sharing with me. It's amazing. We have some amazing teachers and schools, and they are even more amazing because they are doing this without having our students in the classroom. And what a great partnership that we can see forging now between the parents getting this information and being able to do this along with working from home and along with everything else that our parents are asked to do, to me, we're going to be stronger for this. Our parents are going to understand more completely about what goes on. Our teachers are going to understand even more how to connect with our parents. So what we're doing is we're doing all of these things, Google Classroom, Remind. I've seen feedback already about some of the things that are going on. But I will have to tell you, it just shows the camaraderie and the spirit of the Alabaster City Schools and the Alabaster community. Our parents have been so positive. The emails that I've received, even those that had questions, were so positive. And I just want to tell you, as a superintendent and as a citizen of Alabaster, how proud I am of the way everyone's approaching it. We're kind of all in this together. We're kind of building this airplane as we're flying. And, this is just unprecedented. And I think everyone needs to keep that positivity and that hope. And if there's a problem with the information, or even if your child just doesn't get it, email your teacher, communicate with them, and see if there's something else that they can share that will help them. We want our students, because participation is required for all of our students through the end of the school year, because that participation keeps their mind going, keeps them focused, and gets them ready and prepared for the next school year.
Absolutely. And speaking as a mom of two kindergarten, twin girls in kindergarten, the packets have been amazing, but not only the packets, connecting with our online portals as well that the teachers have given us. Honestly, Dr. Vickers, my biggest problem has been how to fit it all in, and knowing on some days that we just can't fit it all in, because they've given us so much great information and great resources. So I 100% am on board with you. The teachers have gone above and beyond, probably something they never thought would be in their job description, and are rocking it. So for those people that don't have internet access or devices, you said that you are just giving packets for those people?
Yes, we're providing packets, and something else we did, and another brag on our community. I just love doing this because it's so many good things. We had almost 6,000 responses to a survey that we sent out that ask, about connectivity, about, how many devices, and did you need devices? So we've given out over 400 Chromebooks to individuals that identified in that survey that they needed a device. So we were given 400. And then it's kind of, we're announcing today that we have not only given out those 400 Chromebooks to those that requested it, we have provided outdoor Wi-Fi access at all of our schools. So if you're having trouble, with connectivity at your home, you can always drive up to the parking lot at the different schools. And I'm going to go down the list, and they can connect on our ACS student Wi-Fi and connect. It can do their work. And, that may, people say, well, we could do buses, but this is something that we have a large parking lot in each area. There's video cameras, so that we know that everyone's safe and that we can observe and watch what's going on, mainly just to make sure that nothing bad happens. But we have it there for them. So Creekview Elementary at the front of the school will have drive-up Wi-Fi available for those that need it. And Meadowview Elementary at the front of the school will have Wi-Fi. I'm trying to make sure I get all of the places correct. Thompson Intermediate School at the front of the school will have drive-up Wi-Fi in the parking lot available. Thompson Middle School at the front of the school also will have that available. And then at Thompson High School, it's going to be in the back of the school. So back by the bus pickup area. So it will be available for those. So what we're trying to do is make sure everyone has an opportunity. And, I'm really big on equity and making sure that we're being fair and consistent with all of our students as we work to serve them. So this is just one more layer. So, if someone needs to connect and, just for example, if you've got 4 people that are working, this gives people an opportunity. You get 4 devices on one Wi-Fi network at your home. Sometimes it puts strain on it. So this is another opportunity for them to come and get on our internet and to do the work that they need to do, which we think is so important. And it's just another way that we can serve them. I really want hats off to my technology staff and volunteers that helped hand out our Chromebooks the other day, and we had drive-up Chromebooks. The parents were wonderful. They came in and got the Chromebooks, and then we had people installing the information today, and I think it will go live at 5 p.m. today. It will go live in our on those hotspots. So we're putting out a press release on that so that people will know, and we'll certainly adhere to the guidelines under the curfew of the city of Alabaster. So we want people to be compliant with all CDC, the Alabama Department of Public Health, and our city guidelines as far as social distancing and everything like that. But we hope that this is just one more layer. So with the packets and then those that picked up devices, we want learning to continue. And that's something I want parents to understand. I appreciate their willingness to help us get to the finish line this school year. And it's a partnership, and we've always known we've had great partners with our parents. But this is just making it even stronger. And we want the students, and if parents need to record this and show it to the students, every student is required to participate. So that's not just mom and dad trying to get them to do the work. It's also Dr. Vickers, it's also our principals, it's also their teachers. And so we're excited about what we're doing to continue learning in Alabaster.
Well, you guys are going above and beyond, so thank you very much from a parent perspective. Now, I do want to mention something. I want you to talk a little bit about how the child nutrition program is going, because it's changed up a little bit from the very first few weeks. So tell us a little bit about how that's been going.
Well, I want to tell you something. This is, I had a little statistics. I talked to my CNP director every day, just about, probably 3 or 4 times a day. And we have served, when we started the school closure feeding program, we were the first in the state to do the summer feeding model. So what we did is Heather made contact, our CNP director, Heather McDermott, to the state and said, hey, we would like to use our summer feeding model because we think that's the best way to serve our kids. And so we did that and got immediate approval from the state and started feeding, as soon as we could. And right now we have served over 30,000 meals since we have closed or did our closure feeding program. So 30,000 meals, and we have changed it a little bit. But what we've done is we provide pickup where people can drive through and pick up, and we're providing them a breakfast and lunch for 5 days. So that's why there's such a long line. But it's also, someone said we fed 1,600 Monday, but that is actually 16,000 meals we handed out.
Right.
Because it's 10 meals a night. So it's significant. And I just want to give a shout out to my CNP staff. This is just such a wonderful group of people. Our CNP director and managers from the schools and all our CNP staff have been working, because that's a lot of work to prepare that many meals and to have it ready and packaged so that we can hand them out. So I'm just so pleased with the work that they've done, and wanted to make sure that that when we look at thanking people, we have so many people to be thankful for, and our CNP staff have been just wonderful. We have Thompson Intermediate School, which we have the drive up, which has been our most popular site because it's so easy and it's been great. Mount Olive Baptist. We have First Baptist, we have the Presbyterian Church on 119, and that's First Presbyterian, and we have Buck Creek Park. There's not a lot of child nutrition programs that care the way that our people care, and they really want to serve and provide for the students. And we want people to understand that, there's only so much food we can get prepared. So, we want to make sure that our food insecure families get that food. And that is something that's very important for us. So we're trying with the 4 sites and with Thompson Intermediate School, we think we have an opportunity to do that. Also, I'd like to thank our bus drivers who have chipped in to help out, load food, hand out food, and to do a lot of other things that we need them to do to help us to deliver the food to the 4 sites.
Yeah, they've been absolutely incredible, and I know it's been so helpful for so many. So thank you guys so much for continuing that for us. And I know every week you guys post the day and the pickup times and exactly how it will work. So guys, make sure that you pay attention to the Alabaster Schools Facebook page, and also the Child Nutrition Program puts it out on their Facebook page.
Yes, and we have it on the Facebook page, and it's updated. And right now, we will be feeding through the remainder of the school year. We have the Thompson Intermediate School and the 4 satellite areas, and it is first come first serve. So it's it's based on the amount of food that we can prepare and distribute that day. But we appreciate, we want to protect our staff as well, so we only wanted to expose them to the public on that one day. And so, but our community has been wonderful about that as well.
I know the mamas appreciate that too, only having to get out one time. So, Dr. Vickers, any last special thanks or closing remarks from you that you want to give to our families or teachers or school staff?
Well, I want to first start with the ACS faculty and staff and all of the employees of ACS. Thank you for the hard work and dedication. I just cannot say enough. Out of 30 plus years of education, I've been more impressed in the past 5 weeks than I've been impressed in all the other years that I've worked. In this uncharted waters, the work, the love, the care that's been shown and brought into our meetings and discussions has just been it's been inspiring, and I'm very thankful to work with people like that. The other thing, I want to thank our parents and our students. So no one bargained for this to end this school year. No one bargained. We didn't get a real chance to even say proper goodbyes. Teachers, students, parents, and all of those things. And what I try to tell everyone, though, is that we're about hope, and we're here to inspire each other and to continue learning and do the things that we need to do as far as the guidelines that are set by CDC and the Department of Public Health and the City of Alabaster and the State Department of Education, so that we can get back to one day where we're cheering our Warriors on in the stands, where we are cheering our performances and groups performing in the BAC, where we're enjoying a great party, end of the year party, beginning of the year party, Christmas party, where we can get back to normal. So everyone do their part. I know this is very difficult. It's not normal. And we're having to all work together. So parents, thank you from everything that I have. Thank you for being understanding and working with us. My staff, just amazing. But I also want to talk to students a minute. Students, we love you, and we want you to do everything that you can do to help your parents. Right now, parents are working from home, doing all the things they normally do, and they're taking on the part of continuing your education as a partner with us. So when they ask you to do something, we want you to do it. We want you to do it with a kind heart. We want you to do it with the intent that you're learning something that will help you next year. And the other thing I want you to do if you're a student is I want you to pick up the phone and call your grandmother or call an aunt that doesn't have a lot of family around and talk to them. I know texting and all this other social media stuff is really great for the youth, but sometimes some of our older citizens with a little gray hair like me like to hear that voice. And if you don't do anything else but do your work and support your parents and connect with your teacher when they want you to, call your grandmother, call your aunt, your uncle, and let them hear your voice and share inspiration and hope and something really happy that's going on in your life. And for the senior class, I just, my heart goes out to my seniors. I know most of them, and that 544 students, I want those parents and I want those students to know that we're not giving up on one thing about celebrating what they've accomplished. And I want them to know that when we have clearance and we have guidance, we're working on every option that we possibly can do to celebrate them in a way that they deserve. So, I'll end this with many thanks, and God bless everyone, and let's stay warrior strong, and let's give each other hope and carry each other through this difficult time, because we've got great times coming, and we're going to work together, and we're going to be back in school hopefully next year, and we're going to do everything we can to celebrate and to do things that our students deserve.
Well said, Dr. Vickers. Mamas and daddies, we got this. Hang in there. We're all in this together. Dr. Vickers, we'll talk to you soon, I'm sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and God bless, and have a great weekend.